Hi, welcome back to the world of habits. In our previous episode, we try to understand what exactly are habits, what is the power of habits in our life, how habits are formed, and the science behind habit formation. In today's episode, let us uncover the practical strategies to break unhelpful bad habits and create new habits that will take us closer to our dreams. So, welcome back to Colors of Life, where we learn and grow together. As we discussed earlier, habits are those automatic actions or behaviors that we perform day in and day out without giving much thought into it. Habits are those shortcuts that we created in our brains. So now let us understand how we can break those unhelpful or bad habits and what are the practical strategies that we can take to make it possible. In our previous episode, we understood the science behind habit formation, how the habit loop works. So it becomes easier for us to break a habit and create a new habit. If you want to break a bad habit or create a new habit, what do you think is most important? First and foremost, most definitely, it is self-awareness that I have this particular habit and this habit is not helping me. It's not good for me. So it's time for me to change this habit. We must have this awareness. Then, what triggers me to behave in this particular way or take this action? What makes me repeatedly perform this particular habit? What is the trigger? Or what kind of situations I am behaving in this particular way that is not helpful for me? Or who are the people, those who are contributing towards it? This is the basic thing we need. We should have a self-awareness and clarity. The second most important step is understanding your why. If your why is clear, it becomes easier to change or break a habit. Why should I break this habit? What negative consequences this habit is having on my life? Let's take the example of a chain smoker. So he is having a constant coughing. So the understanding that this is not good for my health and this can lead to much more complicated issues. So I should break this habit. Or I am putting my family, my little kids, my friends, their life into danger by making them secondhand smokers. So someone who is a chain smoker, everyone, those who are living with them, including little kids, are in danger. So understanding this why gives motivation. I should take care of my life as well as others' life. Third step is having clear-cut goals. What I want to achieve and by when I want to achieve this. You must have heard about the SMART goals. Make your goal SMART goals. Take small steps, achievable steps. Your progress should be measurable. How much progress I am making? It may be a small little step, but that should be measurable and achievable. It should be time bound by so and so time, by next week or within next 2 weeks, I'm going to make this little progress. Where am I want to be in this particular goal that we are trying to achieve? So when we make it specific, clear-cut goals, it becomes easier for us to achieve our goals. Identify the triggers, as I said earlier. Identify, understand what exactly is triggering me. What is the cue? What is the trigger that make me to do this? Is it the stress? Is it boredom? Or is it the presence of certain people or the influence of friends? Certain people tend to smoke or drink when they are with a particular set of friends or colleagues. So is it certain places that making me to behave in a particular way? So the clarity on this. The next step towards breaking a habit is replacing it with an alternative, a healthier choice. In case of a smoker, instead of whenever he feels stressed or that urge to smoke, instead of smoking, instead of picking a cigarette, take a chewing gum, or go for a walk. Take a glass of water and go for a walk, or take some deep breaths, or meditate for some time, whichever is possible, whichever that you can relate. Alternate with a good positive habit. Another most important step is creating a plan. So if you have a particular plan in place, like if you have a clarity or a detailed plan on next time when I am going to have this particular trigger or an urge to smoke or do something, I'm going to perform this particular positive habit immediately. So when you have this detailed plan in place, it becomes easier for you to execute that and avoid falling back on this bad habit. Another most important step is creating a plan, a support system. So whenever you're planning on a goal, you are taking a step towards it, you disclose it to a friend or someone who you feel that who will be accountable for you. So it makes you feel accountable, or they will be checking back on you, so you will be able to stay on track. Another important step is tracking your progress. Having a journal, write down each and every detail. What progress did you make? What challenges did you face? Are you seeing any patterns in your behavior? So this will help you to analyze and understand yourself and your behavior better and make progress. Now the most in a healthier way. Important point here is relapses are possible. So when we have a particular habit and we are trying to change it, it is possible that we slip up, but don't beat yourself up. Try to learn from that. Try to use it as a learning process. So what made me to fall back on these old habits? How can I correct it? Learn from this. Last but not the least, stay persistent. Persistence is the key. As we discussed earlier, every habit is learned through repetition and practice. It took time. So it takes time to break any habit. So be patient. And last but not the least, stay committed to your goals. Now let us move to the next segment, building new habits. Just like breaking bad and old habits, building new habits and sustaining it takes consistency, patience. Step towards this, I would say choose wisely. We must choose habits that are in alignment with our goals and our value systems. Ensure that the habit we choose are relatable, attainable, and realistic. Next step is starting with small, tiny, manageable steps. Try to increase the difficulty as this habit becomes ingrained in our system. Always start with small, tiny steps. When we talk about start small, it's like the 2-minute rule. If it takes less than 2 minutes, whatever that you have to do it immediately, right away. Just like making your bed as soon as you wake up. It hardly takes 2 minutes, right? Or stretch yourself as soon as you wake up. So depending upon your goals, if it is health goal, if it is discipline goal, whatever it is, do it. See, what is the benefit of making the bed? When you make the bed, immediately after waking up, and you go out and do something and you come back, when you see your room, when you see your room so tidy, neat, clean, you will feel so comfortable, relaxed. Whatever the clutter there is in our room or in our house literally creates a clutter in our brain. You can say that making your own bed as soon as you wake up is a very good habit that will add value to all your other goals. In here, start with SMART goals. Specific, of course small, specific, measurable, attainable, time-bound, and relatable. So, how can we do this? If someone wants to become a marathon runner or part of a marathon group, just start with daily 15 minutes of walk. Gradually progress it to 20 minutes, 30 minutes, then make it running. So this is how we can start with small and reach a big goal. Let us move to the most important thing, that is habit stacking. Habit stacking is really a game changer. Attaching a new habit to that of a previously existing habit or cue. As soon as you wake up, you go and brush, and you decide that immediately after brushing, I'll be doing 10 minutes of mindfulness or 20 minutes of meditation. So we are piggybacking this new habit to a previously existing habit that you are regularly doing that is easier for you. So this new habit becomes easier. Definitely track your habit, or you can use a habit tracking app or a smartphone with a habit tracking app if you don't want to work on a journal. So having a journal is always helpful. Another most important step is rewarding yourself. It's always motivating to see our progress, right? When we track our progress and when we see that, we feel motivated. When you see progress, when you reach each milestone, pat on your back, reward yourself. When we reward ourselves for small achievements, the small milestones that we are achieving, our brain will reinforce that with this new habit. So it becomes easier for us to stay on track. As I told earlier, we can have accountability partners, accountability group where we can share our small progress. So this will keep us motivated to go forward and achieving our bigger goals. As in breaking the habits, setbacks are possible here too. We can slip up. So don't beat yourself up. Adjust, approach, understand, and proceed. So always try to understand what went wrong and what made me to go back to the previous habit or break this particular habit that I am creating. One of the most important factor I want to tell you here is make this new habit enjoyable. The more enjoyable this new habit is, you are going to stick to that. If it is a fitness journey, if you are someone who loves to dance and your friend is going to gym, if you join them, you are not going to stick to that. So choose a habit that you will really enjoy so that you can stick to that and progress. One of the last but not the least, as I always say, persistence, patience, consistency. Like breaking a bad habit, an old habit, creating a new habit and persisting that takes time and effort. Always keep your long-term goal in your mind and work towards it. Be kind to yourself. Appreciate yourself. And there you have it, your guide to breaking bad habits and building better ones. Understanding intention and consistency, you can transform your life one habit at a time. In essence, habits are quiet but influential forces that underlie our daily routines, decisions, and behaviors. They are the architects of our lives because they construct the framework upon which we build our experiences, goals, and achievements. By recognizing the power of habits and intentionally designing them, we can shape a more intentional and fulfilling life. If you have found this video helpful and you have reached so far, what are you waiting for? Please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more life-changing contents. Until next time, keep learning and evolving.